Hello, YouTube. Sir Dragon X here. Today, we're going to try to finally put to rest some misinformation that was spread by two YouTubers that has gone viral. There's this idea going around that you can obtain residency without proving financial solvency as long as you can show you're retired. We're going to discuss that in the video coming up next. Three months ago, I embarked on a comprehensive investigation into a misleading narrative put forth by Tangerine Travels and Jose Arteaga Travels. The center of this controversy was an interview video where Jordan from Tangerine Travels and Jose Arteaga made some bold claims. Jose, perhaps seeking to elevate his image, claimed that he had discovered an under-the-radar Mexican law that would let retirees skip the financial solvency requirement to acquire residency by simply proving retirement status. This claim was rooted in an interview with attorney Jose Novello from Mérida, who did speak of such a law, but also underscored that applications are processed and determined by Mexican consulates outside of Mexico. I, along with many others, challenged Jordan and Jose on this matter. Both remained steadfast, attributing their information to a Mexican attorney. After relentless digging and examination, I found that this information was false, or, as Jordan eloquently termed it, possibly untrue. For those intrigued by the full breadth of my investigation, you can find detailed video links in the description below. Throughout this ordeal, I persistently advised both Jordan and Jose to rectify their misleading statements, emphasizing the potential harm such misinformation could bring to the expat community. Their refusal to make amends, coupled with their inability to provide solid evidence beyond an attorney's claim, has been concerning. Worse yet, this incorrect information has now proliferated widely and gone viral. It's been shared on Facebook, and numerous hopefuls are flocking to Mexican consulates in search of the shortcut to residency. It's even more alarming that another YouTuber, JB's Big Adventure out of Ajijic, has also jumped on this bandwagon, even suggesting that viewers approach the consulate and in essence teach them about the law. To set the record straight, what these people are referencing is not some concealed law, but rather a section of Chapter 2 of the Ley de Migracion. This chapter lays out the basic requirements for different visas, but doesn't address the nuanced regulations or other binding provisions. Indeed, the law that JB's Big Adventure highlights is not a newfound or obscure one. It's an article from Chapter 2 of the Ley de Migracion. This chapter specifically states foreigners may remain in the national territory under the conditions of stay as a visitor, temporary resident, and permanent resident, provided that they meet the requirements established by the law, its regulations, and other applicable legal provisions. It's vital to underscore that not only must you fulfill the minimum requirements stipulated by the law, but also those set forth by its regulations and other related legal provisions. Essentially, Chapter 2 provides a foundational understanding of the minimum requirements for various visa types, but it does not delve into the detailed regulations or other legal provisions. For instance, Article 54 of the Ley de Migracion delineates the baseline requirements for permanent residency. One method to qualify, as outlined in Section 3, is to be a retiree or pensioner receiving an income from a foreign entity that permits them to reside in the country. However, this represents only the bare minimum, not the entirety of the law or its associated regulations. To shed more light on the operational aspect, the Ley de Migracion serves as the foundational law. In contrast, the Reglamentos de Migracion constitutes a separate set of regulations and laws that direct the law's implementation. A key point of consideration for those seeking permanent residence via consulate is the obligation to demonstrate an income source from a pension or being of retirement age. Additionally, you must also satisfy the financial solvency criteria set by the consulate, which is normally higher than temporary residency. It's intriguing to note that while the law does suggest that one should have a pension that supports living in the country, the amount required is dictated by the Mexican Consulate, independent of Mexico's actual cost of living. Each Mexican consulate exercises its discretion in determining the requisite amount. It's a misconception to assume that this law absolves one from adhering to the consulate's financial solvency stipulations. The law unequivocally mandates retirees to have the capability to sustain themselves with the financial criterion being determined by the consulate. While theoretically a consulate might set these requirements to zero, no Mexican consulate will ever completely forgo this financial solvency prerequisite. Some consulates might show leniency if an applicant falls short by a marginal amount or even grant exemptions for the retirement clause. It's crucial to understand that there is no recorded instance where the financial solvency requirement was entirely dismissed. Alarmingly, I've received feedback that some consulates are growing weary of applicants asserting their rights based on this misunderstood law. Such confrontations risk diplomatic tensions. It's paramount to understand that consulates are thoroughly acquainted with these laws. Attempting to educate them can backfire dramatically. The sad truth is that figures like Jordan, Jose Arteaga, and JB seem to have chosen financial gain over the truth. Despite ample time and evidence, they remain unwilling to correct their narratives. Not to mention, the community continues to support them through donations and other means, further encouraging their behavior. It's crucial to understand and remember that we have the power to stop this type of behavior as consumers and viewers. In conclusion, while monetizing YouTube is entirely legitimate, we should strive for honesty and authenticity. Let's support content that upholds these values. I hope this video has shed light on the actualities of Mexican residency laws. For those seeking more insights, do check out the links in the video description below. Here at Retire Life in Mexico, we are committed to unbiased, truthful content. Our primary goal is to assist the community without any financial entanglements, always prioritizing integrity over profit. Until next time, always remember, stay safe and stay informed.